Alright, She's Your Baby, closing track off White Pepper, a lovely request. And there's a decent number of parts. It's a pretty simple song to strum along with, but there's little things I thought I'd clarify, and it's just such a fun song to teach. Thank you for this request. Now let's just get right into it. So it's going to start off with the G, and then it does the bass note goes down half step. So if you're playing like this, you can just mute the A string with your finger and just go second fret of the E, right? So, and then E minor. And he's going to do this with a lot of the open chords. He's going to go, he's going to hammer on and pull off on the second fret, and play the open string below it. So in this case, it's the D string. Right? He's doing the D string and then plucking the open G string. Just little things he adds in there for chords like that. So on the E minor. And if you want to strum along, then it's just E minor. Right? And then he's going to play an F. And then I'm playing, you can bar it, but you can play it like that. And he's going to do he's going to add that little tag, and play the C note on the first fret of the B. And then he's going to do a C. He's going to add that little hammer on pull off there on the second fret of the D. Just something he does. And then you just repeat all that. And then you transition to the pre-chorus by doing that little walk down, third fret, second fret real quick. Then he does his A minor, which becomes kind of an A minor 7, which is just, lift off your finger from the second fret of the G, right? And he's gonna, sometimes he'll just kind of start it as an A minor and then he'll lift it off as A minor 7. Other times he'll pluck it and then hammer on and pull off, on the open string. And then D7, and then G, F, C, then do the same walk down. Cycles back and forth between the A minor and the D7 a couple times. Then G, F, and C again. And then the chorus. Now, just in terms of the chords for the chorus, it's just D and C. Does that 3 times. And then after the first chorus, he just hits a G after that. Plays it for like a bar or 2. And then back into the verse. Right? But in terms of what you see him playing live and what I'm hearing on the record, it's a little different here. On the record, I hear these like distorted guitars like sliding in and playing like this A note, at least like this A octave with like the open A and the second of the G. I like hear that like swelling in or something like that. But live, he's doing this. Right? So that's just 5 of A and 4 of D. And then open G. Then pluck them all. Then 3 and 2 of A and D. I like to go A, then open G, D, A. Then open B, G, and D. Right? So you get that nice C major 7 sound. Now, that's what they're pretty much playing live. And if you want to sort of mimic what they're doing on the album, you can do sort of a compromise. If you want to, you could do this. right? So that's just, it's just these same two notes before, but you're just having the second fret of the G on both of those, right? So, all right, and then it would be like the same rhythm as for both of them, right? So that's just an idea. You don't have to do that. I guess it would be more accurate to do it I don't know. It just sounds a little bit more like the album version if you do it that way. But whatever, right? And then after the second chorus, they play an A and a G. They cycle back and forth between that 4 times. And over this is the lead lines that Dean's playing. And then right, and then after that they're gonna go into the C. Is gonna C and then walk down with the bass note here on the second of the A, and then A minor. But you can just do that. You can just change the bass note and keep the rest of the C chord the same. But it might be a little bit more accurate to play it like C and then a G, then an A minor. You can do either way. Then B flat, F. Then it does that again. Then it does the chorus thing again. After the third time, it's going to end on a G. Right? And that's the song. Really, really nice. Anyway, now for the lead stuff, it's going to, during the A and G part, it's going to come in 12A, 11D, then 14G. Then he's going to do this little half step bend up, then come back down and end it with a little vibrato on the 11 of the G. He's going to do pretty much the same thing on the D string. Then he's going to do this little tug. He's going to do it's like a very quick, like, full step bend on the 14 of the A. Then 12A, 14E, full step bend on the A, 14. He's going to hold that, and then he's going to go probably the coolest lick he plays here. 12E, then 14G, 12B. And I don't know if he's doing a pre-bend or if it's just a little, right? But it's a half step bend on the 14 of the B. Then come back down. And then go back to the 12B real quick. Then 14G, 12B. And then half step bend on the 13 of the D. And then he's going to pluck. And he's going to pluck, hammer on, pull off from 14 to 16 of the D. Slide back down to the D. And he's going to do the exact same thing, only 1 degree down in the scale. Right? So that's just 12, 14, back to 12. Then go to 11 on the D. Then he's going to sneak this in. Alright, so that's just another little tug on the 14 of the A. Then going back to the 12 and 14, E to A. Then he's going to go, just going to pluck 12, 14, 12 on the A. Alright, so. Then there's going to be this little harmony bit. Now, I don't know if he's playing this on one guitar or if it's 2 guitars. I think it might be 2 different guitars. I don't know. But you can very easily play it with one guitar, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what each of the parts are. They do this. Alright, so that's 15, 14, 12 on the A. Then that's 14, 12, 10 on the D. You can play this lower on the, you can play it down here. But I figured, you're already up here anyway, might as well. And then they do this. Right? So 13A, 12A, 10A, then 8A. Then they do 12D, 10D, 8D, 7D. Right? So then they do all that twice. And then for the last chorus bit, they do this. And that's just 12D to 14D, and then 11G to 12G. They do that 3 times. After the 3rd time, ends on a G. And that's the whole song. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had fun learning it, and talk to you next time.